Second and 10 from the 22. To the air again, it's Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Black. Check 33. 33. Hey, check mark 33. Let's set a tone, brother.
On third down, Cousins. Open man is Treadwell, and he's got it for the Minnesota touchdown. Laquan Treadwell, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Bailey now for the extra point. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A big play there just before halftime. 64 yards. This is Cohen. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. The tackle made there by Linval Joseph.
At the 12-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Trubisky will throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. J.J. Nelson, as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football. Full half to be played. A toss running left. It's Jackson, and he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for two does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on the punt. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken very short. Then he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And he completes it to Cohen. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone.
Touchdown, Chicago! A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
First down, Minnesota.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Cook. And an alley to run. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Madison running on 1st down. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play fake. Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 36. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll run on 1st down. Cook. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Let's go. Let's bring it.
2nd down, Cousins. Got some real estate inside the 30. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24, the 40, 30, 10, and they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
Extra point up and good by Catanzaro, and they will take a 7-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, Cohen. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight.
Again, it's Cohen. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
On 3rd down, this is Jackson. Touchdown, Chicago! A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Bears push further out in front. So they went to the ground game on 3rd, hoping to pick up the 1st. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having to pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, 3rd down. They don't care that it's 3rd and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call a running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up because I haven't met an offensive lineman yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
First down, Vikings.
At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Kirk Cousins last year started all 16 games but only led the Vikes to just 1 fourth-quarter comeback like he's trying to do here. Cousins. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And this is Cook with a grab. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Cook. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Brings up 4th and goal.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Yellow. Check 33. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Hey, Haywood.
Now Cousins on 4th down. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Here's Bailey now for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score Bears 27, Vikings 20. Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Motion, motion, motion. Reset, reset, reset.
They try again with Cohen. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Tight dog, tight dog. Ran, tight. Play.
Throwing now is Trubisky. It's caught. Nelson. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Trubisky gives to Cohen, and he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Alert 3, alert 3.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cohen. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
He's checking. Crash. Switch.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. It's a gain of 4, and that should just about seal the deal. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run. This is Cohen. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second